What's going on, guys? So today is actually going to be a new episode of, I guess, kind of like a filmmaking Friday, relearning Friday, learn something new Friday. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. All I know is I'm going to teach you guys how to improve your filmmaking in Automotive. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to call it yet, but this is just going to be 5 tips to help improve your filmmaking for Automotive, and you can apply these to pretty much anything. Alright, so before we get started today, I just want to say it's great to see you guys again without actually being able to see you guys. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn that bell notification on. We do a lot of automotive stuff here, obviously, as well as actual videography, filmmaking, editing, all that fun stuff. So moving on here to the first tip, and that's going to be shutter speed. When filming anything in motion, there is a couple settings you probably want to stick to as far as shutter speed goes. I kind of stick between the 1/25th of a second to about 200. So you can see the image on the left is at a higher shutter speed, which is allowing it to be really clear. There's not a whole lot of motion blur and shake and stuff like that, whereas the one on the right has some of that, and it kind of adds that more cinematic feel. So the next tip for you guys is going to be DIY it. I don't know, I'm making shit up now. So DIY your stuff. So like, you know, get like a, this is what I used to use. This is what I used to use before I got the gimbal. I had this piece of junk. So I would literally like hold it, or I would like, I'd put like small little handlebars, like screw in like these tiny little handlebars, and like use this as kind of like, you know, kind of like use, I'm gonna hold it with my fingers, but kind of like use it like this, or like this. I don't know. This is also awesome for a gimbal as well, because you can balance it correctly, and then you have like all these other stuff for attachment. I guess we're getting a little off topic on the DIY part. Some other stuff that I learned before I got myself a gimbal too was using like a sandbag, a bag of sand. Literally, I shit you not. I put a sandbag on the side of the window, you know, and just rest my camera on it. Now you're not going to get a lot of like cinematic, like movement shots and stuff like that, but you can if you're really, really careful with your camera, absolutely. But, you know, hang a sandbag right there, or a monopod upside down outside of the car, just death grip it. And if you don't have anything, nothing whatsoever, do a 3-point with your camera. So one on your grip, one on the lens, and typically with your strap, the strap around the neck, if you still have the strap for your camera, you can use those 3 points of contact. You get your hand on your grip, and the strap around your neck pulling, which actually will make the camera a lot smoother. You'll get smoother shots, and you'll be able to move around outside of the car, outside of the window. I am not recommending anybody to hang out the back of a car. Okay, now we're on step number 3. It's going to be audio. Believe it or not, audio is super important to really anything. Now, there's a couple ways you can get audio. I have external recorder that I hook up to the back window. Never ever, you know, I made this mistake a lot in the very beginning, is I'd always put it on the bumper, or right there, or like in point it. You know, that can cause damage to the car itself. The window's a lot easier to like not mess up, I guess. So you put it on the window. If it's like really high, or you know, it's just your mic ain't gonna pick up, your mic's gonna get wind noise. A good thing is to get like a lav mic to plug into the recorder if you can, and then just kind of graph tape it down to the exhaust right under the bumper, so you cancel out all background noise, and then you're simply just getting the sound of the exhaust. Here you can actually see that like I totally messed up in this video. Now don't make this mistake, you know, make sure you're getting all your footage as separate from your audio footage. So at least with the automotive stuff, you know, let them drive around, let them do their thing, just get the sound clips you need. You know, you need those downshifts, you need those high RPMs, you need just the cruising. As you saw, don't make that mistake where I will left it on and I was still filming. Tip number 4 is going to be location. So like scout out all your locations, especially, I'm going to pull out my phone here. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by location. So location's super important, and you want to make sure you're going to each location you plan for to kind of like just get an idea and get a feel and like plan your shots. Like, oh, I want to get this angle from over here, or I can stand on this and get this angle, blah, 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 blah. There we go. Yep, you see all those hearts? But those are all locations for like shoots that I've planned or places I've been to. I'm like, oh, this would be a great spot to do, you know, this kind of video, this kind of video. And a lot of it, of course, is automotive to take cars to. A lot of them are underpass, a lot of them are like big fields, a lot of them are, there's a couple graffiti walls. I want to find more here in Portland. But plan out your locations, save them in Google Maps, and scout the location and like plan all your shots and everything you want to do there. So that's tip number 4. The last and probably I would say the most important tip is tip number 5. So tip number 5 is take control. In the automotive community, a lot of people really don't have like an idea of like, oh, I just want my car to look good, like just do video. I try and write stories, so I do a lot of pre-production. I sit down about a week before the shoot and I'll spend about half whole day, depending on what we're doing, writing down kind of a story and like, hey, this would be kind of cool. What do you think about this? And then a lot of the times that engages them and they're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a cool idea. What if we did it like this? And what if the story told this kind of thing? So taking control of the situation helps. What I mean by taking control is like, you know, if you go out to the shoot and you know the sunlight, especially if you're just getting natural light, you don't have, you know, lights to take with you. So have them park the car, you know, certain ways to get certain angles, to get certain scenes and stuff like that, and you're gonna be gold. But taking control is probably the most important step, I would say, next to audio, just because that a lot of people are just showing up just to, you know, get their car shot. You're the professional. You're the one that's like, hey, I need it like this, so it could be like this. And now, for me, it's taken me probably my first 10 to 15 shoots. I was very uncomfortable just being like, hey man, I need you to do this and da 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 da. Now I'm starting to get really used to it, so now it's like very natural for me just to be like, oh, let's move your car like this so I can get it at this angle and so on and so forth. Alright, so with that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, get started on the editing. I will see you guys all in the next video. I love you guys. And also, next week I'm gonna do a review on the Lumix G7 here. So I'm gonna kind of change it up every week. Every Friday I'm gonna drop like a how-to learning kind of video, and then the next week's gonna be like kind of a review kind of video. I'm not really too sure what I want to call it yet myself, like the segment. But hey, if you guys got ideas, drop everything down below. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on everything. Also, if you guys got ideas of what you want to learn too as far as video and editing or anything automotive related, let me know also down below, and I'll get started on creating ideas for that as well. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys all, I don't know, later this week. Alright.